Hi, I'm Dennis Gage, and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week we're in Tubac, Arizona for the Santa Cruz Valley Car Nuts annual car show here at the Tubac Golf Resort and Spa. Man, this is a nice place and a pretty good place to be at the end of January. This place is loaded with snowbirds, but today it's loaded with amazingly cool cars. Let's get around and check a few of these out. Phil, how you doing, man?
Good. Good to see you again.
You know, last time I saw you was actually when we did Cruise Above the Clouds together in Woodland Park, Colorado. That's where you lived.
That's where we used to live, and last spring we moved down here to the southern Arizona area in Green Valley, Arizona.
So naturally you couldn't be out of the car hobby for long, so you linked up with the Santa Cruz Valley Car Nuts and got involved with this show.
The cool thing is we come down here and, you know, I've seen all the cars in Colorado at the different shows, and they've got 450 cars that I've never seen before. I've been drooling all over again because they really do put on a great show down here, and it goes to a good cause for scholarships for high school students. Great
venue. I mean, the Tubac Golf Resort and Spa, not a bad place to hang out, I must say. And you really did bring in some interesting cars here. There's stuff that I haven't seen before. It's pretty cool.
It really is, and they have cars coming all the way down from Phoenix, from Nogales. So this is the 27th year they've been putting it on, and again, they do great things for the community, and you know that's what I'm about.
Yeah. It's so cool because everybody I talk to, nobody's from here. Everybody's just down here because it's warm. These folks are from Homer, Alaska.
Correct. But it is a beautiful area, a lot of history down here, and I'm real fortunate to be able to be part of that.
Like you say, it's a cool area. I mean, a lot of history and just the views, the vistas. I mean, it's spectacular. But it's a great show. There's just some wonderful cars here. What do you say we get around and check a few of them out?
Let's go look.
All right, man, let's do it. So Mike, I'm cruising the show field and I see this and I go, oh, I think it's a Kaiser Darren from a distance. And I got closer and I went, no, it's not a Kaiser Darren, it's a
51
yeah, I had no
Nash-Healey.
idea. It's a 51 Nash-Healey. So you tell me this and I went, that's not a Nash-Healey. I have never seen this car. So this was one of 104?
One of 104.
What number was this?
This is number 89.
Man, so when I think of a Nash-Healey, it's not that grille. I think the one that's, you know, more rectangular and the lights are set into it.
Right.
This grille does look pretty Nash, though.
You can definitely see the Nash Ambassador in this car, up to the trim rings on the lights, the hood ornament.
It's just amazing. Now, and the weird thing about these cars is these things, they ended up being stupidly expensive.
Right.
And it's because they traveled some, 6,000 or 8,000 miles around the world before they made it to the showroom floor.
Right. In fact, I have the sales invoice for this car, and it was over $4,100 brand new.
Yeah,
back in 1951.
That was one expensive car.
Right.
Now, is it a steel car?
One big piece of aluminum.
Seriously?
The entire doghouse is one piece of stamped out aluminum.
I've never seen that. And again, I mean, you get a little bit of Jag out of it. You get Kaiser Darren, you get some of these one-off fiberglass things they were doing about this era. I'm looking at the gauges, they look like Stuart Warner.
They are.
And they look almost original.
To my knowledge, they are. In fact, I was told that is actually the mileage on this car.
45,000?
45.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe coming up on 50, yeah.
So then I'm looking at the seat and I see this black knob there. And you say that's the
original shifter.
That's the shifter. So I'm going, like shifting it, driving and shifting down here. So she's all aluminum back here too.
Correct.
Right? How about the rear bumper? Is that Nash related or did they make that?
That is actually an Ambassador bumper, shortened as well. And what's funny is you look on there and you'll see the Nash stamp, you know, in the center there.
They just took it out of the parts pan.
Right.
Wow. So again, these were the mashup between Healey, you know, in the UK and Nash back here. But it's still sporting a Nash engine, right?
Correct.
Let's go look at it.
Correct.
So the 53s had the inline 6 327. And
it's the 235.
235, okay.
Inline 6.
With side draft carburetors.
Right. That was the Healey upgrade.
And aluminum head?
With aluminum head.
This really wasn't known as a performance engine.
No, it wasn't the performance engine. In fact, that is the added performance, is the aluminum head with the dual side draft carburetors. But it did so well back in its day. The 53 actually did really well in Le Mans. Not the fastest, but they made it to the end of the race. So I guess that gave them a place.
They didn't break.
Right.
Oh, man, I have never seen one of these. This is just amazing.
Yeah.
1951 Nash-Healey.
Yep.
Wow, so cool.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I love it.
Thank you.
Well, David, this is a 1972 Pinzgauer,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Which you just don't see every day.
No, you don't.
You do not see these every day.
This one came from Switzerland. This is Swiss Army. All of the Swiss Army use Pinzgauers. This is their basic 1-ton truck, and they make ambulances out of them. They make radio trucks out of them. This is a personnel carrier. They come in hard tops and soft tops.
Sort of a Swiss Army knife themselves, aren't they?
Yep.
It looks to me kind of like a Halflinger or a little bit like a Unimog.
It's a small Unimog. It's a big halflinger. Very civilized, very comfortable to drive and
No
ride
kidding,
in.
eh?
Yep.
Wow, wow.
You could drive in it all day long.
I mean, you can hook up all sorts of stuff here, I would imagine, and pull the world with it.
Yep.
This is this luxurious interior.
Yeah. For a military vehicle, it's very comfortable.
Really?
Yep.
And the engine hides there, right?
Yep, the engine's in here. It's a 2.5 liter air oil cooled straight 4-cylinder engine, 89 horsepower. Red line's around 4,000 RPM. Top speed is about 60 miles an hour
It'll go that fast?
for this truck, yeah.
Man, that must be terrifying. And then what are your levers?
One of the levers will put it into 4-wheel drive. The other 2 levers are hydraulic lockers, front and rear.
Oh,
So
hydraulic lockers.
Hydraulic lockers, so
Wow.
you can lock the front differential and you can lock the rear differential. Has a 5-speed transmission and a 2-speed transfer case. They're very capable vehicles.
Yeah, well, now, all steel, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Man, oh man.
Yep.
And so you've got it set up, this is a personnel carrier?
This
So
this one's a personnel carrier, so the seats can fold down,
Yeah.
and it makes a deck, and you can put 2 NATO pallets of stuff on, or you can fold the seats up, and then you can put, I think this one's good for 8 guys.
Was this a Swiss military bike?
That's a 1937 Swiss Army military bicycle. This one's a single speed. Yes.
And most of them were. And these guys would get on these things,
Yep.
go over the mountains and stuff.
It's the original mountain bike,
Yeah, no
is
kidding.
what it is.
It's not really that long
No.
vehicle either, is it?
Nope. Me and my wife, we have a Wrangler Jeep.
Yeah.
We park next to each other. This has got a shorter wheelbase, and it's also a shorter vehicle than the Wrangler Jeep.
Seriously?
Yep.
So when you go to a show, are people like, what is that?
Yep. Yeah, it's a crowd pleaser. People enjoy seeing it.
Oh yeah, it's the only one here.
I've never seen another one at a car show.
Amazing, 72 Pinzgauer.
Yep.
Wow, thanks for bringing it out.
Absolutely.
How cool. Larry, I'm a Studebaker guy. I've always been a Studebaker guy. And these Hawks, I just think are the coolest cars in the world. This is a 57 Silverhawk.
That is right.
This baby looks completely restored.
To original.
Yeah, you sure did. You know, one of the cool things about Studies is you can still get so many NOS parts. How many years did it take to do this restoration?
Almost 4 years.
Wow. Was it solid to begin with?
Pretty solid. It had some rust, and
Yeah.
but there is no body putty in this. There's
Yeah.
some lead and there's some steel.
Old
Yes,
school.
yes,
I like
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah. This red and white color combo, was that something you could get from the factory?
You could get it. You could get it from your dealer. They would do it at
I
the
see.
dealership.
I see. They
at the
go in.
dealership,
They would
yes.
go in and I see. And these chrome surrounds on the.
That's original. That's the way it was. Yes.
All re-chromed, I'm assuming.
All re-chromed. Yes.
Did these come on in 57 or did 56s have?
56s and 57s had them here.
I love how stock this car is because that's an original pattern and everything, right?
Yes.
And you have the full dash with the tack
And the clock.
and the clock and all
Yeah.
the engine turning. That
Yes,
was
yes,
stock.
that was all stock. Yes.
The armrest in back was a little strange. It just sort of hung out there.
It will set down though a level so you can get 3 people back there.
Wow, and even your door skins, the bright work around that, you've
Yep.
done everything to this. These fins were actually bolted onto the car, right?
Yes, these fins bolted on. They are steel.
They're bolted here and then underneath that chrome strip,
Yes,
right?
right. That is right.
Because this really, I mean, they used the same body for a long, long time. Studebaker had to. They had to be really economical to survive.
See, the 55s had the body like this, but didn't have the fins.
Right.
But you take the fins off, it looks like my
exactly.
Speedster.
Let's go look at the engine. What do you say?
Okay, that'd be fine.
That's one of the things I always found interesting about the Studies was that the whole grille, I mean, really the whole front end comes up with it. So this looks, I mean, completely stock and completely correct.
Yes.
289,
289.
Right.
That's the same engine as in the Golden Hawk.
but the Golden Hawk has got a, what is
It's
it,
got
Paxton?
a supercharger.
Paxton or McCullough?
Mine's a McCullough, but they're the same. Paxton and McCullough is the same.
That looks like a single
It's
barrel.
a single barrel. Yes, that's single barrel.
And is that an
carburetor.
oil bath?
Yes, it's got a little bit of oil on the bottom. Not
Right.
much. Not much.
And you're running a generator still?
Yes. Oh yes, I want to keep it original.
Well, it is. Boy, I mean, this is just This is just amazing. I can't believe what you've done to it. 1957 Silver Hawk, Studebaker Silver Hawk.
That is right.
Thanks a lot. Beautiful. Jim, now this car pops.
Thank you.
It's really hard to miss this car. This is a 68 Dodge Coronet 500.
Correct.
This is just beautiful. You don't see this particular year Coronet 500 very often.
They made about 11,000 of them total.
That's not really that many.
Nope.
And these were a little prone to rust.
In a few places, yes.
like
Like
the body.
Like the floor, the trunk, the quarter panel.
The quarter panels, like pretty much
the
every
Dutch panel.
the roof held up pretty well though. Was this its original color?
No, it was a white car.
This thing calls out to be orange. I mean, this thing is really sweet. I like the wheels too. Were those something you could get back in?
Yeah, they're Magnum 500.
Magnum 500. I think of that when I think of Mustangs.
Yep,
Pretty
had
much the
pretty
same.
much the same wheel, just the center caps were a little
No
different.
kidding. Yeah, you know, I love this body style. I think the other thing that sets this car off is the vinyl top.
Yeah, I think what makes this is the black that kind of pops the orange.
Yeah, it really does, and also picks up on your hood and deck lid stripes.
That's what it was supposed to do, is kind of tie the black on the ends into the black
really
on
did.
the roof.
And was this the original interior?
The original headliner, rear seats original, the seat backs, headrests are original. Dash is completely original. I've done nothing to the dash but clean it.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's a time capsule.
The thing that I love about this body is this rear window.
It's curvy.
It's curvy. It's bubbles. It dips in, and this tail panel that I just think is so cool.
Yep, 68 was a 1 year only for that, and everybody loved the tail panel on the 68s.
Because they look so cool at night going down the road.
Yeah, yep.
Man, I like this car. So let's go see what you got under the hood.
Okay.
Wow, a 318.
It's the original 318. Like I say, original owner. This car probably had less than 5 parts ever replaced under this hood. Air compressor for the AC, the alternator starter, where it came on the car originally. So
Even that compressor?
That compressor was the original compressor. I just rebuilt, restored every component under here has been restored.
But wait, it says electronic fuel injection. I don't remember we had that in 68.
I did put a Phytech fuel injection unit on it, but I got another air cleaner, cut it out, welded it in the bottom so that it would look like it could have come from the factory this way.
Well, it does look that way, but when I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute. So 1968 Dodge Coronet 500, right?
Yep, correct.
Beautiful car, man. Thanks for bringing it out.
No problem.
Well, Ray, this is probably the fanciest 47 Willys I've ever seen.
Thank you.
I mean, this is a real early Willys Jeep. Just after the war, they started making these for. This is not a military,
It's
right?
not a military. It's the CJ series. Came off a farm ranch up in North Dakota.
And I'm sure it didn't look this good when it came off the farm in North Dakota, right?
It was used to haul, make fence, and pick up calves that were out in the snow and bring back to the farm to get warmed up.
So this thing's seen some action.
It's seen some action.
Man, now, I mean, I love the color. That can't be an original color.
That's the original Luzon red.
And I love the wheels too, which I thought were probably customs also.
Nope, that's the original color in the wheels too. Yes.
You know, that's a pretty fancy rig for a Willys in 47.
Well, it probably looks better now than it did then.
Like, it never came out of the factory looking this good.
No.
So how do you engage four-wheel on this thing?
Okay, it's got 2 levers
Okay.
on the transfer case. It's got high, low, and in and out. In and out takes you in or out of 4-wheel drive, and then you got high range and low range.
And then there's no locking hubs or anything. It's just on. When it's on, it's on.
It's
right?
on. Yep.
And is this all the original gauging, or at least the original layout?
It's original odometer in there. It had 50,000 miles on it.
And this is the original setup on the seats too?
Original setup on the seats, original color.
Oh
of
wow!
the seats,
And how about the back? Is that an aftermarket?
That was an option.
Okay, from the factory?
From the factory, yes.
Oh.
And the main difference between the military and the CJs, the military had the tire on the rear and didn't have a tailgate that opened.
I see.
And one of the criteria when the U.S. military laid out the specs for it had to have a flat side to it so that the GIs could stand it on its side, work on the drivetrain out in the middle of nowhere.
I've heard that before. They just laid them up, right?
Stood it on side, you could work on the transfer case.
Put it back down, and off we go.
There you go. Yep.
Well, probably a 4-cylinder engine in it?
Little 4-cylinder,
Let's go look
flathead
at
motor.
it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and they also went all the way up. That's another thing. Just get it out of the way and leave it up there, right?
Yep.
And is that the engine that came with it?
It's a couple years older than the engine that came with it.
I see.
The original motor had gone bad. There's no serial number on the engine.
They made their own engine, right?
They made their own engines.
And reading up on it, it was very common that engines got out of the factory without getting stamped. They were building them so fast.
How about that?
Yep.
Single barrel.
Single
right?
barrel, yep. And it's got a oil bath
Right.
air cleaner on it.
Generator versus
Yep.
alternator.
Yep, it's all six volt.
volt.
All 6 volt, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I tried to keep it as much original as I could.
So 1947 Willys,
Yes,
from the family, from the farm in North Dakota.
yes.
I love this thing. Thanks, Ray.
Thanks a lot.
So cool. Oh man, the Santa Cruz Valley Car Nut Show down here in Tubac, Arizona is really a blast. And Tubac's a good place to be in late January. Check it out.